don't get sidetracked with lesser issues and concerns, and don't abandon the primary focus. You know, there's a lot of things we can be doing as a church, a lot of great things, but we must place the majority of our focus on the prime issue, which is the saving of people's souls by the gospel of Jesus Christ. That's the primary. Everything else must serve that mission. Every side creek and babbling brook and tributary must flow into the main river, which is the sharing of the gospel, the preaching of God's word. There's a term that exists. It's been adopted in church world, but it's in business world too. It's in nonprofit world. You've probably heard it. It's called mission drift. Anybody heard of mission drift? Maybe mission creep? If you want to sound a little creepy, I think that's why they got rid of that one. It's when an organization begins to slowly diverge from its founding principles and make changes to its core mission. Perhaps you remember, the jury's still out on this, whether this was a publicity stunt or whether they tried it, realized it was a fail, and walked it back, all right? We might take a vote, I don't know. When IHOP went to IHOB, you remember that? Who says that was a publicity stunt the whole time? All right, who says they put it out there, got really bad results, and pulled it back? Okay, all right, about half and half. Okay, that's what one might call a mission drift. You're all about pancakes, your lifeblood is breakfast, and then you decide one day, you know what, International House of Burgers sounds a whole lot better, when there's a lot of great burger restaurants already out there. All you had to do was fight off Denny's and Perkins, and you got it done. Maybe you've heard stories of like, this is just a generic example. Perhaps there's a successful bookstore, and the manager has like a little coffee shop in the side of the bookstore just for people as they're reading their books to get something to drink. And all of a sudden he becomes obsessed with the coffee shop. And you look up one day and like the books are all out of order and falling all over the place. And you haven't had a new book come in like a year, and they're all stale old books. But man, that coffee shop is popping. But at the same time, you can't take on Starbucks. So that's an example. Maybe you've been to a college, or you've seen a college of a friend, or you've heard one on the news that maybe it's known for a very famous degree. Man, the business degree at Harvard or something like that. It's just the so-and-so psychology degree, the nursing degree at this school. It's just amazing. They're known for this. And then all of a sudden, they just start putting all their resources into underwater basket weaving and intersectional gender studies. And you're just watching, and you're just like, what are you doing? And then in their great, famous thing that they're known for, it's less resources, and it starts to crumble. And it's not what it used to be. You know, we see this happen in church life. I've jokingly talked about this. I know this will never happen at our church because of Sharich Scott, because we have talked about this. Where are you, Sharich? Are you anywhere in the building? Oh, there you are, right there. We have talked about this 100 times, okay? Not because she's done it, but because we're just making sure we're on the same page, okay? I've made the statement, the tail can never wag the dog in church life, all right? I've said, how many times have I said that, Sharich? Hundreds, probably, yeah. So I'll give you an example. I love having an active food pantry. Love it. How many of you think that's a great thing our church has done? Okay, I think it's one of the great successes that came out of our pandemic time. That was not my idea, for the record. It started, and it was a great idea, and it has taken off. But you do hear stories of mission drift, where a church has a good food pantry and starts to become a food pantry that has a church. You know what I mean? The distributions get bigger and bigger. The food bags become food boxes. The boxes become pallets. The pallets become semi-trucks. And soon, you're a distribution hub for the food bank of San Antonio 5 days a week. And you look up, and you barely have time to throw a Sunday service together or reach your members. There are countless stories. The church with a daycare, and the daycare eventually becomes larger than the church with the gym, and the sports field and the outreach leagues, the upward basketball leagues, eventually become so big that there's more people playing basketball than there are going to church. You become a YMCA. The church with the great fellowship ministry that puts on such good events, at first it just starts off as, man, we've got a gift. But then eventually all the events are looking in. You're looking in, fellowshipping, and you never have any outreach. The church with the great band can become, come hear our awesome band. We're the concert hall of San Antonio. And you fail to become a missions enterprise. That is mission drift. The key things of a church, things we have to do more than anything else: proclamation of the Word of God, sound theology, Christian education, worship, prayer, evangelism and missions, and ministry to our children and youth. The gospel is primary. It is everything. Don't become sidetracked. As my dad always said, don't get all consumed with the side salad and forget the porterhouse. You got to make sure the main thing stays the main thing.